Thanks for staying with us. As the 2027 political time comes, is drawing nearer, we're finding it difficult to see any opposition rearing its head to make any headway, especially with the endorsements of the president and the ruling party, people moving from their parties and coming to the ruling party now. What are the prospects of the opposition parties, and what do we expect in 2027 as that political time arrives? So we have today a member of the Labour Party, a chieftain of the Labour, I think he's also even contesting one position in the Labour Party. We'll find out later, who has joined us here, Honorable Shoyemi Adedotun Tolulope, and we'll be talking to him this morning. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
For a long time, more than 26 or up to 26 years, any other party has not functioned in Lagos. Any other party, I mean, not in name, but we know the people who have transitioned from one party to the other, from the AD to now we have the APC and all that. And you are in Lagos State. So let's feel the pulse. What are the prospects of opposition parties like your own party, the Labour Party in Lagos, in spite of the fact that last time the presidential election was in favor of Labour Party? We know that this time it may not happen that way, except you're doing the best that you can and you get the people on your side. So what is the hope for parties like yours in Lagos particularly?
Okay, thank you very much once again. Now, just like you said, elections in Lagos is very dicey. And it is mostly unidirectional. That means it is only the ruling party who is in charge, who does virtually everything, and who controls it. But the game needs to change. The trajectory needs to change. We can't keep going in one direction. There are other political parties and mostly much more vibrant, educated, people who have the interests of people at heart. So that is why other political parties needs to wake up, needs to get the clarion call, and need to get activated. And we are here, not just myself, but several candidates representing Labour Party to change the trajectory.
Yeah, we know that things need to change, if they need to change. Well, change is a constant thing that they talk about. But the worry is that, like you've said, and I also said it, from time immemorial, at least when this political dispensation came, I'm talking about the democracy that we had from 1999, it has always been directed at, I don't know if I would even say at one person, not even one party, you know. So what are you doing to change that trajectory like you're talking about? We know what needs to be done, but how are you going to achieve this?
Okay, now, the power, it's in the people. Just like the last guest said. He said, the only way we can change things is if voters come out en masse on that day and get their vote casted. And not only that, the votes are defended up to the polling units, to the collation center, to make sure that their vote counts.
How are you going to do that in a state that Agbero is an institution?
Now, anybody who really wants to go into local elections must be ready to work with all parties. The good boys, the Agberos, just like you've said.
Oh, that's the name they call them,
yeah,
right? The good boys.
We are working with them. We have close relationship with them. That is why this election will come as the first shocker to the ruling party, because they would not see us coming. Just like they didn't see us coming in the presidential elections. We are going to win these elections affirmatively.
Now that element of surprise may not be there anymore, because they didn't see you coming in presidential, but they saw you coming in the gubernatorial election. So they swept everything. Now, genuinely, I'm just concerned because in Lagos State, it seems as if parties are paid to exist so that the ruling party can have more power. and it gets close to election time, there's disarray. That happens in the PDP a lot, and whether or not that is what really happens, but we see problems in the PDP that we do not even understand how they even started. Now, in the Labour Party, which is like the strongest opposition party in Lagos State at least, there's also a sort of division within the Labour Party. How are you going to make that go away before 2027? What is the progress so far regarding the unity of Labour Party that needs to fight this incumbent government?
Now, we tend to get some things not done properly. At times we try to put the cart before the horse. The most important election is the local council elections. Let us leave 2027 for now. Let us focus on this election that is at hand. This is the most important election, because this is the only election that can affect you and I. The local government elections are the elections that the people can get closer to. They are the first set of government you can reach out to. They are the first set of government you can communicate with. They are the fastest form of government that you are supposed to reach. So let us leave 2027. Let us deal with 2025. Let the people feel the government that is on seats. Let them feel the local government chairman and the LCDA chairman.
So what are you doing? Because these other people, the ruling party, for instance, they have the rice and maggi that they give to people. Yeah, as basic and as funny as that, as insulting as that might be, those are the things they use for campaign, which means they have the money, they have weaponized, politicians generally have weaponized poverty as we see it, and then when they come during election, they give you 3,000, 5,000 and some rice and all that. So from the national, those people who are preparing for 2027, they want to wet the ground right now. So they have the financial muscle. You may not have. What are you doing differently that will win the people to your side? Because they wait for election day and they just begin to distribute money. What are you doing differently?
Now, let me tell you, it is just like you said. Elections in Nigeria and even Africa generally is by the pockets. It's by who can pay the most and who can wet the ground very well. Now, we know we might not have that financial capability to shrug off or to be at par with them. But there are some programs we are activating. We are doing a lot of door-to-door campaign because we are meeting people, zones. We are creating zones. We are meeting people in their streets. We are letting them to know that the people have the power. So they should not collect those stipends and suffer for 4 years. Would you trade your 4 years sanity for 3,000, for 5,000, for 10,000? Whereas you can vote in someone who is credible, someone who can change, someone who can do better things, and who will have direct impact on not just on your life, but the life of your children, the life of your children. So that is why we are meeting people, we are talking to them one-on-one, and with also the little way we can, we give to them, because the mentality of Nigerians.
They're bribing too.
No.
I just said that. Don't worry about that. But you know, okay, let's come back to you as an individual. You're contesting, right?
Yes.
For chairmanship.
Yes.
You're quite young.
Yes.
In the Lagos context, you are a very young boy. Not even a man, just a young boy. Because I see the people that come out to do one or two things. But that is not an issue. The issue is, it doesn't matter how old or young you are, but what are the ideas that you have? For instance, you're standing in to be the chairman of Ketu, right?
Agboyi
Ketu. What are you bringing to the table? This is not marriage. That's where we ask that question. But what are you bringing to the table that will improve the lives of the Ketu people? What are they not seeing now that they can see in your time?
Okay, firstly, I've stayed in Agboyi Ketu for over 30 years.
Okay, which means you're older than 30.
Yes.
I've established that now. Okay, go ahead.
I've raised my children there. I got married there. I schooled there. I know everywhere from the start of Agboiketu to the end of Agboiketu. And the system of governance we are bringing is the one, just like I said earlier, that will change the lives of people.
What particularly are the needs of the Agboiketu people that you want to address?
Okay. Number one is the healthcare. There is no general hospital in Agboiketu. My firstborn was given birth in Bagada General Hospital. My secondborn in Surulere General Hospital, because I cannot entrust my children to the healthcare that I do not trust. If we had a proper standard general hospital in Agboiketu, I would have taken my children there. Agboiketu people need quality healthcare that should be affordable. They need good education, and education is the bedrock of any society in the world. We cannot progress if we do not have quality education. Another thing we are bringing to the bed is database system of governance, whereby we would enroll people. Agboiketu, there will be what we call Agboiketu residence card. People will have that card, and with that card, you'll be able to get so many basic amenities. You'll be able to go to our hospital at a subsidized rate. You'll be able to go to our bank, which Agboiketu Developmental Bank. You'll be able to get small loans for traders like me. You'll be able to get on the shuttle buses to move around. You'll be able to get so many things. Aside from that, we are making employment and youth empowerment. We are taking it by the horn.
Okay, because we're running out of time, let me just ask you this. You have lofty dreams for your people, the Ketu people. You are an Omonile in Ketu. Okay, as it were. But how will you raise the capital to do that? Have you checked the finances of Agboiketu to find out that they have the capacity to do what you're going to do, or you're going to be taking external loans or something, or depend solely on what will be handed to you by the maybe state government? Because I don't know if after this election there's going to be that full autonomy for local governments that they will be having all their funds. So how do you intend to generate the revenue that will give you the opportunity to do all the things that you've marked out to do?
Now, for any system of governance, if you cannot internally generate your revenue, you are only a joker. How do we intend to generate revenue? We are going to get and make sure that there are ways we are going to generate revenue which would not be at the detriment of the people. There are so many ways that we've mapped out on getting revenue. And one of them is by the small taxation on businesses. Because any business or any establishment who is not also ready to give would not accept. Aside from that, we are also planning to get more industries to come on board to Agboiketu, because we can only see just few firms in Agboiketu. We are bringing more on board, tell them their benefits. With that, it is also a win-win for the government, and it would all project Agboiketu to better standard. And we are not just saying Agboiketu. A lot of people might not have heard Agboiketu, but when we get to power, we'll make sure that Agboiketu is as spoken as Magodo, is as spoken as VI, because Agboiketu is the next new Lagos.
Interesting. Well, that's the point where you're talking to a young man. They're full of ideologies, and we do hope that it will come to pass. We do not take sides. We take sides with the people of Nigeria. We take sides with the people of Lagos. We take sides with good governance and all that. And we can only wish you well. I do hope that the problems, the factions within the Labour Party will not affect you. Tomorrow they will say, okay, we voted for this person, but he's in this faction that is not recognized, so his election is annulled and all. I hope that you'll put your house in order and have a consensus from your local, from your party. But like I said, we can only wish you well, and we hope that the best man wins. If you are the best man selected by God, may He give you the grace to steer the ship of your people.
Amen.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
Honorable.
It's a pleasure.
And we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you very much.
We've been talking with Honorable Shoyemi Adedotun Tolulope, Labour Party Agboiketu LCDA chairmanship candidate. We've got to find that out. And he has told us all his dreams. We hope that he will have the opportunity to do so. But we also hope that if the things go left and they don't favor him, he will be recognized by whoever will take the mantle and borrow some of these ideas and make Agboiketu the place to be, because the dream is to change Agboiketu, not just to grab power. Well, that's the much we can take on the show this morning. We're very thankful that you were able to stay with us. Remember, tomorrow is Democracy Day, June 12th, and if that comes, count your blessings, at least you're alive, and then count also what kind of contributions you have made to the development of our country. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.